everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this look for you right here, which is like super me, super glam, using the Laroc Pro the chocolate box palette, which looks like this right here, and I use, as you can tell, the more pinky tones to create this look, which I am definitely feeling. I'm actually off for like my last supper before the UK goes back into lockdown, so I'm super hungry and super excited. So yeah, if you would like to see how I got this makeup look, then please carry on watching. Before you do, please check out my socials. I'm shivonmakeupbiz on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go check it out, I'd really appreciate it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. There's not really much else to say on this right now, so let's just jump straight into the tutorial. Just gonna say, you're gonna see the backlight no matter what I do, just because my neck can't cover it. I've tried to like lift myself up, but it's not working. Anyway, I'm very excited to film. I'm getting glam. I'm going out tonight for a Nando's. Now, one would say this is too much effort for a Nando's. However, this is Sunday, the 1st of November 2020, and in the UK they have just announced on Thursday coming, can't work out what date, I think it's the 5th of November, fireworks night, everything is back on lockdown again. So this is my last supper basically of lockdown, so I'm just gonna make an effort and make myself feel good, you know. So today we are going to be using the Laroc Pro the chocolate box palette, which looks like this. This is absolutely stunning, definitely right up my street for like more neutral toned look, and I'm doing neutral like this because, you know, as much as I wish they were, my eyes aren't all of these colours naturally. This is what the palette looks like. I'll do an in-focused shot right now. This is out of focus, but this palette is just absolutely beautiful. It's got some like really unique colours in there as well. So you've got pinks as well, which I think is a really nice pop, as well as like the orange tones. I'm definitely going to be dipping into this shade called Raspberry Ganache today. So yeah, I'm just going to jump straight in and see what I create. I've got a kind of look in my head, and I definitely want to use these more like marble shadows as well. So I'm super excited to use this. I've also got a new blush and a bronzer to try today. So all very exciting. And I feel like one of my rollers may fall out, but we'll deal with that when it comes to it. Okay, so I've just, got my hair under the tape. I'm just going to start by popping a piece of tape on the outer edge of my eye, just to create a nice sharp edge. You don't really have to do this, to be honest. You could clean it up afterwards with like a cotton bud and some micellar water. I just like to do this, and also when I do want to feel like my like sexiest self, my best self, that kind of thing, I just always love a sharp outer edge on myself personally, but you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I'd also recommend getting micropore tape instead of sellotape, so do as I say, not as I do, and that will be better for your eyes. So I'm going to start off by priming. Oh my god, I've picked a highlighter brush, like I've got all my brushes ready, and I've got blue face paint from my Harley Quinn tutorial in there, so that won't be going on my face. I'll use a different brush for highlighter. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to take my P. Louise base in Rumour number 2 and just pop this all over the lid and use that just to carve underneath the brows. I've already done my brows and I used the Schwarzkopf, I think that's how you pronounce it, the spiking glue, and the hype is real. It works. Amazing. So good. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of this onto my brush, and I'm just going to pop this all over the lid and then under that brow as well. And then I'm just going to smooth that base out, just patting it in so it's as smooth as possible, taking it right into that inner corner. I get a little bit of blue like right in that inner section by my nose. Take that a little bit under the inner corner as well, but I will prime that separately later. And then now I'm just going to pat that in so it's really nice and smooth. This brush, by the way, is from Show, and I will link the brushes down below. I use them all the time. Now we've got a nice base, we can move on to the shadow. So the first shade that I'm going to take is this beautiful like wine colour. I want to describe it as Raspberry Ganache or Ganache. I have literally no idea. I'm probably butchering that name. And I'm going to take that right here and just kind of pack that into the crease going all the way to the inner corner. That shade like really drew me in as soon as I opened this palette. that's where my eyes went, so that will be going onto the eyes. And I'm taking it on a Peaches Makeup PC22, which is quite a dense, like long, almost like a pencil brush. So I'm just going into the shadow. I've got a decent amount of product, which I always believe is a good sign. I'm just going to smooth out that base. Also, now that we're going back into lockdown and like it's not like promised basically that we'll be out of it by early December, my nails look great now, but they may be in ruins in December, so I apologise in advance. I'm just a little bit stressed about it all, to be honest. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, I'm just going to start by pushing that, oh, still pretty, just by a few little dots, just into the crease. I'm just going to wiggle that in just to smooth it out because I am going on top of like a wet base. I'm just going like along the outer corner as well, right against the tape. Smooth that out a bit. I'm literally just patting at the moment. So if we start going like this straight away, that's when it will almost like skip. It's a bit rude. Okay, I'm just going to push that into that crease. Just keep following through. That is such a stunning shade. Now that's on there, I'm just going to start by wiggling the brush just to kind of blend this out a little bit. I'm trying not to bring it higher, just smoothing out that shadow. But this shade is stunning. Love, love, love. Add a little bit more in just to the outer corner just to make it as intense as possible. I'm happy with that. That is absolutely gorgeous, that shade. I usually would go in with the pink, which is called Strawberries and Cream right here, but I think I'm actually going to take this kind of peachy orange shade called Orange Crisp right here on a Morphe M506 brush, which is a really small blending brush. I always talk about this brush. It's so good for like detailed blending work. And just starting from the outer corner, I'm just going to start by like pushing that in. It will look a little bit messy to start off with, I think. Just kind of like layering it a little bit on the edge of the raspberry shade and then a little bit on the edge of the like bare primed eye. Okay, and now I've created that kind of line, I'm just going to take a brush and just start wiggling over the top of that. Almost looks a bit pastel on the eye, this shade. Then I'm going back to that raspberry shade. I'm just going to re-intensify this and also just kind of bring it up in circular motions into Orange Crisp.
Started out being innocent, big words promised everything, but all along we knew this was bad, this was bad. Gotta make it.
I kind of want to add in the orange back, so I'm just going to re-intensify, just keep sandwiching the shades together. Then to blend out this kind of pinky pastel kind of colour we've got going on, I'm going to dip into, there's actually quite a few shades I could use. I'm going to take the shade Creamy, which is right here, which is like a soft kind of beige colour. I'm really glad that they put this in the palette actually. I feel like not enough palettes think of lighter transition shades nowadays because we're focusing so much on like creativity, which is great, but they kind of forget these kind of shades, which are really useful. So I'm glad they put that in. I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm taking that on a Morphe M562, which is a very skinny blending brush. Now this probably won't show up much on my skin, but I'm literally just going to use it to diffuse that edge so it's not so like stark. I actually really like that word. Ned Stark, Tony Stark. I'm gonna blend out that top edge. To be honest, I feel like I've taken the pink a bit high for the look I had in mind, but we're gonna work with it. Blend that out. Okay, I actually think that looks quite pretty. When I've cut the crease, it will be a little bit more smoky. I don't know if this is going to do much, but I kind of want to dip into another shade. So I'm going to take the shade Divine, which is like a deeper wine burgundy shade right here. It's really pretty. And I'm going to take that on a Peaches Makeup PC47 brush. And I'm just going to start by pushing that into the outer corner, just to create some more kind of depth to the lip. I'm just focusing this right on the outer corner, not bringing that in to the inner corner. Blending that in. Yeah, that's added a nice little bit of depth there. Then just taking the raspberry shade just to kind of blend that in. Okay, I do actually think this is going to look really nice. Okay, I'm now going to take my cotton bud and some trusty micellar water to cut to the crease. Just loading the cotton bud up, taking it in the back of my hand so it's not like dripping with the micellar water. And I'm just going to use this to cut the crease, not all the way across. I'm going to leave that edge a little bit smoky. Just applying pressure to the socket and then pulling upwards through the socket. I can't believe that I used to try and cut the crease without removing the product that had like gone onto the lid first. Like now I do this, it just doesn't make sense to not do it. Then just taking the dry sides, take any of the like excess product. Cool. I'm just going to go back to my P. Louise base and cut the crease. I was thinking about doing a coloured base, but I'm going to leave it. I'm taking my Peaches Makeup PC40 brush to cut the crease. It's a little bit frayed actually, I don't know how that's happened. Okay, it should be fine. I'm going to take a little drop of that onto the brush and just use this to cut the crease. Just kind of tapping that on to smooth the product out and then just kind of pushing into that line that I have created. I'm just taking Divine again, which is that darkest shade that I used. I'm just going to kind of tap over the edge of this cut crease a little bit, just so when I put the other shadow on top it will diffuse a little better. A little better. I feel like I'm really going to like this makeup look. I'm just going to take this setting spray. You can use water, it literally doesn't matter. It's just because this is the one that I'm going to be using on my face later. This is the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I'm taking it on MAC 242. Any flat shader brush will do. Spritzing that just to pick up the kind of glitter in the shadow a little bit more. And I am going to take the shade, so many pretty marbled ones to choose from. I'm going to take the shade Crunch, which is this one right here. It looks like it has like a pinky green reflect in it. It's really pretty. And I'm going to take that right in the kind of inner section of this cut crease. Okay, I'm just going to push that into the inner corner. Okay, that's so pretty. It almost looks wet. When I do like the close-up later, you'll be able to see. I don't know how much you can see from here. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty. I was a little bit nervous, if I'm honest, that it was going to be like one of those pressed glitter shades that's more like an eyeshadow topper and then you don't realise it till you've used it. But no, this is so pretty. Get that as close to the line as possible without messing it up. Yep, obsessed. That's so nice. Okay, I actually was going to put a brown shimmery shade here, but now I'm like, no. I'm just going to take the shade all across the lid. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Obsessed. Obviously, when you put your brush in it, it isn't as pretty anymore. That's the only thing about marbled shadows. Kind of like a nice cake. You don't really want to ruin it, but it's worth it. Okay, I'm going to wet my brush a little bit more. I'm just going to pop that all over the blank space. Okay, I'm literally obsessed with that colour. Wow, that is so stunning. I really don't know like how well it's picking up on camera, but I will like show you close-ups and everything like that. I don't in the intro or something. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. I don't think you'll understand. I'm gonna take that dark shade Divine again and just kind of re-add that into the outer corner. Where I've put the base down, it's got a little bit darker just down here, but that will be fine once we put lashes on and everything. Just tapping over that edge. Moving away from shadow for a second, I'm going to take the Revolution brown liner. I was originally going to take a black one, but I just feel like I just want to go with like a brown liner just to make it softer. So I'm just going to pop on a wing with the help of the tape. I don't know if I regret this decision of a brown liner. I'm going to finish it, and then if I don't like it, I'll go over the top with a black. I like the brown. I feel like it's definitely added the kind of definition I wanted without being too harsh. I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna let it dry for a moment. Now I'm just gonna peel off this tape. Not the best. We can fix it. Just gonna take a cotton bud and some micellar water as per usual, my trusty saviour. I'm just taking off kind of like the excess water on the back of my hand, just so it's not like dripping. I'm just gonna touch up that outer edge. Sorted. I'm just going to go back to my P. base and the brush that I used earlier to prime, and I'm going to pop some of this just under that lower lash line, literally just a teeny little dot. I've already ordered a backup of my P. base, but I still feel like I have loads of product left, which is amazing. Do a few little dots just under the lower lash line. And then start of the show, I'm going to take that raspberry shade, Raspberry Ganache. I feel like that isn't pronounced right, but it sounds nice to say in my head, Ganache. I'm just going to push this into the lower lash line, and pushing it into the blank space in between the lashes as well. Okay, that'll do for now. I am obviously going to have like concealer and everything under the eye, so it doesn't really matter that it's not perfectly neat at the moment. To finish off the eye, I'm going to add an inner corner highlight. I'm just going to spritz this pencil brush, this is the Sigma E30, a little bit of the setting spray, and then I'm going to take the shade Champagne Truffle, which is another marbled shade right here. I hope this works as an inner corner highlight. I think it will look really pretty. If it doesn't work, I'm going to use this big highlighter called Toasted Coconut, which will be a little bit too, I think, like icy for my cheeks, I think. And I'm just going to pop that right in the inner corner. Yes, definitely. I love like a shimmery, like reflective pink inner corner highlight. I just think it makes my eyes look like pretty and like fairy-like. I love it. I love that inner corner highlight, and I love this makeup look already, which makes me super happy. Next, we're going to curl the lashes. My lash lift, if you have been watching my videos lately, has finally gone down, so I can curl my lashes, and it's a bit easy to put false eyelashes on and everything. So I'm just going to give them a good curl. These eyelash curlers are actually from Shein, would you believe? I was going to film a Shein haul a couple months ago, and then my hard drive corrupted with all the files on it, so you never saw that haul, but these were in the haul. So now I've curled my lashes, I'm going to pop on the Be Perfect Bad Llama Mascara just to my upper lashes. I always leave the lower lashes till after, because then you're going to put powder and stuff on anyway, so there's no point doing it now. I've just realised I forgot to put a pencil liner on. I'm going to take Morphe's Trendsetter, which is a warm brown. I'm going to pop that, oh that was a nice sound. I'm going to pop that into the waterline. I love this eye look. This is definitely like a bit of me. For lashes, I'm going to pop on my lashes off screen as per usual, just because I end up doing this and it's just a pointless bit of footage. I'm going to take the Dotted Cosmetics lashes, which I really like the packaging because it barely contains any plastic apart from this bit here. They are in the style Nico and they look like this. I will link them down below. So I'm going to go ahead, pop these on off camera, do the other eye, and we'll be right back. So I'm back with the lashes on, and I love this look. I've just been vibing to Ariana's new album. Obsessed. So for primer, I'm going to take an illuminating primer. This is the Shop Miss A Studio Wonder Skin Illuminating Primer. The thing is, nowadays I tend to go in with like dewy products and then set it with powder because it gives like the perfect combination. So yeah, that's what I like to do. So I'm going to pop that on all over the face. Just taking a little dollop of that, and then I'm going to massage it all over the face, being careful of my hairline because of my rollers.
We act like we're hard to get, but we know this is imminent, cause we keep falling right into it.
For foundation, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the shade 230N, and I'm going to blend that into the skin using my Spicy Choco Kush Blend sponge. The pump is broken on mine, you know. It's going to be really difficult around here because of this big old roller. I want to keep them in as long as possible because it's probably going to get blown out by the wind, but I just want to feel extra, you know. Now I'm going to cream contour using my Huda Beauty Light Tantour. I'm going to take an old Real Techniques brush right here. It's like an old small foundation brush, just to apply it around my cheekbones, under the jaw, top of the forehead. I'm going to leave the nose because I'm going to try and do a light contour with the bronzer later. Then I'm going to blend it in using this brush from Eco, which is like an angled brush. Now I'm going to pop on some concealer. I'm taking the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer in the shade Fair Ivory. I'm just going to pop a little bit on the forehead, chin, under the eyes, the usual. I'm actually going to leave the nose. I'm just taking a little angled brush from each show to apply it. My stomach is rumbling. Nando's come at me. I'm going to try their new vegan offering. Super excited. I'll actually, if I remember, I'll write in the description box if a vegan option is worth doing once we're back out of lockdown. Then of course I'm going to blend it out with the spicy choco sponge we used earlier. Now we get to set this into place. I'm taking the Rumour Stay Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Peach Glow. I keep buying foundations that match like my fake tan kind of shade but not powders, so it's gonna look a bit weird but will bronze up and everything, so I'm sure it will be fine. I need to invest in a powder that matches my fake tan. I'm just gonna press this into the skin. Probably have to wear a mask. I'm waiting for the table, so it's good just to put some extra powder on. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Light to Medium Contour Kit, and I'm going to take the shade, I think it was called Fawn, which is this one right here, to powder contour. And I'm taking it on another brush from Ink Show. It's like a fluffy angle brush. I'm just going to pop that in the same places that we cream contoured.
Ready to wear, ready to wear. We were only fun. Teach me love. You bring me up.
Then we've got something that I personally find very exciting. I'm taking a Charlotte Tilbury product, which is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade 1. I'm going to pop this under the eyes with a Morphe M448. I just wanted something bougie in this video. Then we get to try out a new bronzer, and I'm super excited because this is very like overhyped, I guess. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade 1. A little bit light, but I think we can make it work. I don't know how pigmented this will be. It does come with a like spongy thing, but obviously we're not going to use that. So yeah, I'm excited to try this out. I'm also going to use this on a fluffy brush to kind of go down my nose as well. And I'm going to bronze up using this kind of big fluffy brush from Spicy Choco. First of all, it smells amazing. It's like kind of fake tanny coconut smell. I like it. Bronze up my face, kind of like on top of the contour, and the chin, down the neck. I like it. It's like just added the right amount of bronze without being too much. Perfect. I love this already, and it smells amazing, so like adds to the experience. Then we also have a new blush to try. This is the Laroc Cosmetics Honey Thief blush, which looks like this, which is like a very like peachy nude colour. I really like a matte blush. I just feel like it adds enough to my cheeks. But my favourite blush was MAC something peach or something. I can't remember what it was called. I completely hit pan on it, and I'm trying not to repurchase MAC because I know it's not cruelty free, and it's difficult because I'm trying to sort of like find the fine medium for, not fine medium I guess, but trying to find more products that are cruelty free. So I got this as an alternative. Pretty sure it's cruelty free. So yeah, if this is a good alternative for the other blush that I love from MAC, then I will be using this from now on. I'm taking it on a Morphe M405 brush. Okay, nice kind of soft colour. Yeah, I like that. It's nice. It's added like a nice kind of flush of colour, especially if you don't want too much going on in your cheeks. Yeah, could be my new everyday blush. Now I'm going to set everything into place with the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. Then for highlight, I'm going to go back to the Chocolate Box palette, and I'm going to take the shade Bittersweet, which is the massive highlighter shade right here, the champagne one. I'm going to pop it onto my cheekbones. Quite subtle, this highlighter.
But we know this is imminent.
It's not giving me the pop I want. Okay, the highlight is a bit disappointing, I won't lie, but everything else is beautiful. Now for the final touches, I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes.
You bring me up into the place I love to.
Now onto lips, I'm taking the Peaches Makeup Praline Lipliner. Just going to do my favourite nude combo at the moment.
I can't control myself because I'm very dust. I can't control myself because I'm very dust. I can't control myself because I'm very dust.
And then for lippy, I'm taking the Doll Beauty My Love lipstick.
I can't control myself because I'm very dust. I can't control myself.
Okay, I'm actually going to leave the gloss because I'm wearing a mask to go into the restaurant and I'm just not gonna risk smudging it everywhere. So I'm just gonna quickly go off camera, sort my hair out, put my shoes on ready to go, and then I will come back. So I've just floofed to put my shoes on and chuck loads of hairspray in my hair. I'm still trying to master styling these bang things. I like them when they stick out. Stay there. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look. I absolutely love it. This is definitely a look that I feel like super myself and comfortable in, and the palette performed absolutely beautifully. I know it would because I have used their artistry book before. I'll link that video down below if you would like to see it. But yeah, I absolutely love this makeup look. It's definitely like a feeling yourself kind of look, just a look where you feel like really comfortable and powerful in. So yeah, this is the overall finished makeup look. I really hope you like it and that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be alerted when I upload a new video. I'd really appreciate it. And I shall see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!